Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles, and I welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and where we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And boy, oh boy, we have an interesting episode for you that's going to stir up a lot of conversation, and I love it. So make sure you stick around for this one. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video if you haven't already. Anyway, this season has been one of the most interesting seasons on this channel. We have covered Michael Jordan more on this channel this year than at any other point in the history of this channel. And what we discovered since covering Michael Jordan is that there are literally hundreds of thousands of Jordan fans and also NBA fans that are sick and tired of people saying that LeBron is better or on the same level as Jordan. Now some people wonder, why do you keep bringing this up? Because I think it is a pressure point for a lot of people. I think there are a lot of people out there that watch our content, that share the same views that we're putting out here, but they just didn't have an outlet. I think a lot of these people feel as if that, listen, we have a say-so in this, and there's nobody out there really saying what we think. We get to hear from some other people, you know, this person saying this person did. They may have somebody like maybe a Skip Bayless trying to champion their cause, but Skip Bayless in the past used to make some great Jordan arguments. Now he doesn't as much. And I think the reason why we're resonating with so many people is because they feel like, yes, these people are actually saying what we think. And I think that's the reason why we've been able to resonate with so many Jordan fans, but also so many NBA fans in general. I've said it from the very beginning. Michael Jordan is Kobe Bryant is my favorite player of all time. He is my favorite player of all time. That has never been a secret. But I've also come to the realization after doing some research and even watching The Last Dance, I realized that, listen, for as much as I love Kobe, and I never saw a better basketball player, like when I watched, I saw Jordan during his, his Wizard years. Even me, I never saw a better basketball player like play live. But even me, I had to come to the realization that, wait a minute, this guy's better. I did the research and I'm like, for as much as I love Kobe, this dude was better. So even me, as a Kobe Bryant fan, I openly admit that Michael Jordan was better. And it takes nothing away from me because Kobe's still great, but Jordan is the GOAT. And there's been some voices out there that have been trying to throw rocks at the throne. And one of those voices, amongst many, has been Shannon Sharpe, who I like, Uncle Shay Shay, who I like. I think Shannon Sharpe is probably the funniest personality on TV. Him and Charles Barkley it's a toss-up. Really depends on who who you got going on that day. I think he's hilarious. I think he's sharp. I think he's very witty, but I think he's been very wrong. And I think he's been on the wrong side of this GOAT debate for a very long time. I think it's been Jordan, and I think it's been Jordan the entire time. Since Undisputed started, I think it's been Jordan. Even up until this point, it's been Jordan. I was recently listening to some comments that he made going into this NBA season. And he was talking about LeBron and where he could possibly be, at the end of his career. So for those of you guys who missed some of those comments, I want to play a little bit of it. And we're going to come back here and unpack this. So take a listen to some of the things that he had to say.
But even if you take away the longevity, is that LeBron has played at such a supremely high level. I mean, LeBron has more All-NBA than Jordan has seasons played. And you talk about a guy that's probably going to be a starter again, so this will be his 18th consecutive start in the All-Star game. He's been an All-NBA. He's a 13-time first-team All-NBA player. Nobody has more than, 11? So when you look at the totality in the body of work, and see, I'm with you, Chris. I believe whatever camp you're in, you're not packing up your stuff and going to someone else's camp. So if you believe Jordan is the GOAT, he's the GOAT. If you believe LeBron is the GOAT, LeBron is the GOAT. I don't believe Shaq saying what he's saying is going to change a whole lot of people's mind. If anything, I don't believe he's going to change anybody's mind because I believe everybody's dug in. Everybody's dug their trenches. Everybody's set up their tent, set up shop, whatever term, cliche you want to use. I believe they are where they are, Skip, and they're not leaving that. So for me, I believe LeBron is the GOAT. I believe he did Mondo Duplantis. He pole vaulted over 20 feet tall, high to get over the GOAT Jordan. And so now it's GOAT James. GOAT James is where it's at. And guess what? We're going to have five MVPs, all-time leading scorer, another first-team All-NBA, 40,000 points, 10,000 assists, and when it's all said and done, and when it's time to give the benediction, you already know how it ends, Chris. We go home and have us a nice meal.
Now, going into this season, he was very high on LeBron James, like he is every single year. And I understand that's his guy. I get it. That's the person that he supports. But I think it's officially time to start thinking about apologizing to the GOAT of basketball and coming out there and saying that, listen, I was wrong about this thing. Because now I think we have enough evidence, conclusive evidence, that shows us that Michael Jordan is the undisputed GOAT. And every argument that various media personalities out there that have tried to make points against Jordan not being the GOAT, I think all of them, it's time for them to swallow, their pride and say, listen, we've been wrong. Because every single argument that they put forward has fallen on his face, has fallen flat on his face. There is no argument left, folks, that you can make to say that Jordan is not the undisputed GOAT, or to say that LeBron is somehow better. He thought in the beginning of this season that LeBron was going to win his fifth title, none of those things happened. And they weren't going to happen, and they're not going to happen. LeBron is never going to catch Jordan in MVPs or championships. It's never going to happen. That ship sailed a long time ago. Unless we somehow find a way to go back into another bubble and go play against the Miami Heat again with just Jimmy Butler and an injured Goran Dragic, and that's it, then maybe you have a chance. But since that's not going to happen, it's over. It's over. It is over, and I'm sorry to say it. It is done. It's time to give up the ghost and admit that Jordan is the GOAT. Jordan is winning this GOAT debate in every thinkable metric that you have, and it's not even funny. Think about this. Michael Jordan outsells all of the NBA players in sneakers. This guy doesn't even play basketball. If you think about Kobe, I think Kobe Bryant has the most worn shoes by NBA players. I think they're more Kobe Bryant's Zoom, I believe it is the shoes that's worn by the most NBA players right now. So when people are talking about, oh, this guy is dominating the game, and Jordan is dominated at every single level, on the court and off the court. It's not close, folks. Even with all of those social media followers, you still can't touch Jordan. You saw what happened in the All-Star game when they were celebrating the 75 players top 75 players in NBA history. Jordan walked into the building in Cleveland, Ohio, and he had the biggest applause from the crowd. It's like this debate is over, and I think people like this need to start realizing that this thing is over with. There is no other argument to make. Michael Jordan won this debate by a landslide. He did. I know it irks a lot of people, but it's just the bloody truth. He did. And I think the more that we say this, the more we resonate with people, because what I've realized is this. If you tell a lie enough times, it will start to become the truth. There's this lie that's been perpetuated out there that he's on this level, he's on this level. And after a while, people start believing it. You start forgetting about the facts. You start forgetting about all of the events that happened over the years. And then all of a sudden we start believing, oh, well, maybe it's true. It's not true. And I'm going to be one of the voices out there to remind some people it is not true. It's not. Jordan is the GOAT. All of these dudes that have been hating on Jordan, trying to throw rocks at the throne, all of you dudes have been wrong. Jordan is still the greatest player of all time, and I think it's time to admit it. It's over, man. It is over. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Catch you guys on the next episode.